Welcome back to Gaming as Adults. My name is Austin.
My name is Jessica.
And, you know, one of the coolest things is being contacted by the individuals that they give you the service or the product that you pay for. You know, doing a review on something that I paid for and then having whoever provided the product be like, hey, thanks. And you know what? If I had a nickel for every time a manufacturer got back to me about a review that we put on this channel, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's odd that it's happened twice. Especially since we only have like 150 subs at this point. So, regardless, we are back to talk about
Spark Services.
Spark Services because they got back to me today. I say they got back to me. I got back to them. They initiated the conversation. I don't go pestering people, and say, "Hey guys." They come to me.
Really cool.
It is really cool. We should also say that we are not sponsored by Spark Services. We do, however, have a new affiliate link as of today.
Yep.
Hopefully, all things go well. This affiliate link, it pretty much just provides a kickback for our internet bill.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even like something that we can cash out or anything like that.
Nope.
So, and it's totally up to you. It won't save you any money. It's just an affiliate link. All right, so what happened?
So the COO, Joanne Mocha, reached out and commented on our last video.
Sorry if we butchered your name. We didn't mean to.
I hope I didn't. He was reading the comments, and he saw her comment to a different comment before he saw
the original comment to the video.
Right. And it led to some confusion. However, we figured it out. You were the one in the comments.
We did a little bit. Basically, it said, hey, I'm the COO of Spark Services, and I would like you to contact me. And I was like, okay. But you guys know how YouTube is, and, I'm the third prince of Zimbabwe, and I have $47 billion that's locked in an offshore bank account. So you had to do a little bit of reconnaissance there. And sure enough, she is the COO of Spark Services. So yeah, we got in contact with them. It was kind of cool because if you ever go to Spark Services webpage, down in the bottom right-hand corner, there's chat with an agent. And I just typed in there. I was like, hey, I recently got a comment on one of my videos, and I'm supposed to get in contact with Joanne Mocha. Can you please put me in contact? And they're like, we already know who you are.
Here you go.
Stop. Guys. I don't know what to do. I'm shy in the spotlight, guys. Gosh. Yeah, but it was awesome because apparently it was awesome because apparently one of their customers had come in and they're like, how'd you find us? And they're like, there's this dude on YouTube. I watched his video. Look at this video. And they showed it with everybody in the office. So I guess I'm like a micro celebrity for 8 people. I don't know how many people are in their office, but I've never been to their office, nor have I met any of them face to face.
However, it was kind of confusing for us because at the same time, before they contacted us, we could watch the Facebook link views go up on the video.
So if you look at your YouTube analytics, you can look at the analytics for every individual video. And on this particular video, in the past 48 hours, there was somewhere in the marks of 20-some views. And that was just from one of the bars. There was multiple bars for every hour within the 48 hours. So a total of 48 bars. One of them said 20-something. And I was like, that's a lot.
That's That's unusual.
When you only have like 150 subscribers, you're only expecting like 7 people to show up and watch a video. Look at all of our bear videos. They are so unpopular.
Yeah, but they're fun.
But it's fun to make, and this is my hobby, so, yeah. Okay, new things from Spark.
Yeah. They have a new modem.
They have a new modem. And they have also updated their plans.
Not sure if we've got the updated plans
We do. Everybody does.
or if it's the same. Like, if that was a plan that was from a few years ago.
That was a plan from a few years ago, and now everybody is updated, if that makes any sense. So the way that Spark Internet Services provides is all through LTE cell towers. Right now it's 4G LTE, which can be great in some areas, but realistically, what does it mean? It means that cell towers cover basically everywhere, and you can get basically everywhere inside continental United States. So this is great for reliability because cell phones, I say rarely, but in modern day time, it is less common for a cell phone to lose service. Does that make sense? The downside is that you have to go through whoever owns the tower in order to get a plan for the tower, but I think Spark can do this at large, and so they're like, hey, if we do 50,000 orders, what kind of discounts can we get? Like buying in bulk sort of thing? I think that's how that works. I'm not entirely certain, but that's the way that their business model sort of works with us. I can tell you that our SIM card in our router is an AT&T SIM card. So, whatever tower is near us is AT&T or owned by AT&T. And cell companies work amongst each other in order to improve their coverage. So, like, Verizon will own towers and T-Mobile will own towers, and they'll be like, hey, let's let our customers use your towers and vice versa. That way, everybody gets universal coverage. So, that is how that usually works. Now they have a new modem, and
It has an optional outdoor antenna.
Outdoor antenna ports. Not to say that the antenna is included. Very important, very important. The antenna, the outdoor antenna is separate. So you can buy an outdoor antenna, and what this does is it will extend the amount of range that you can have, or potentially it could improve your signal strength from your router. So
we get pretty good coverage, and they also mentioned that the long range option on the router, it's the same on the old model and the new one, and we get pretty good coverage on that long range.
We've shown the coverage in a previous video.
Yep, hi potato, thank you.
Well, this has been pretty derailed really quickly.
Where were we?
We were talking about the long range option on the new modem.
Yes, that's right. And that we have a pretty good
range
example of it in our other video. That's where I was going with that.
Yes, in our other Spark Services video, I went all around my front yard and backyard, and almost, even in some cases, until I got to the wood line. And the coverage is very, very good. Now, the speeds are not. So there's that.
But it is enough to watch a YouTube video by the fire pit.
That is true. It is enough to watch a YouTube video or casually as you're drinking, fact-checking your friends, because you can, Google search call them out on their shenanigans.
Works pretty good for like Spotify and that kind of thing outside as well.
That is also true. Music.
Without dropping too.
It is very reliable.
Yeah.
I will say that.
The buffer is very limited.
It is, yes. And all of these questions we were asking to the COO directly.
Yep.
And these are answers that mostly came from the COO directly.
Working on 5G implementation and support. She said that she would let us know when she had more information, but they're looking at getting it rolled out here soon.
And that would be fantastic because 5G is worlds faster than 4G LTE. For those of you that do not know, LTE means that it covers the spectrums beneath the one that's listed. So for example, 4G LTE means that it covers the spectrum of 3G, 2G, and 1G. That's why the cell phone towers stopped providing 3G and under, because they provide 4G LTE. It's within that bandwidth. It's also faster than 4G, but not by too much. 5G is worlds faster than 4G and even 4G LTE. I believe 5G has longer range, but don't quote me on that because I don't know, I haven't played with it yet. There's still few devices that truly support it. I did ask, is this 5G or is this 5GE? So there are two kinds. And basically, 5G is actually 5G. And 5GE is a marketing gimmick that is faster than traditional 4G LTE, but not as fast as 5G. It's not true 5G. I did not get a response on that.
She was not sure.
She said, I'm not sure. I'm fairly certain that it is 5G, though.
And then the only other thing I have on new and upcoming is by the CEO's recommendation, everybody gets Wi-Fi Skittles.
We didn't know that. That was fantastic. So in our previous video, when we opened the box for Spark Services, there was a bag of Skittles in it. And we branded those Skittles as Wi-Fi Skittles because never in any of my years of owning a place and getting brand new internet set up have I ever had somebody have a piece of candy in the box.
It was a very nice surprise.
Half the time you barely even have the power cord. Like,
yeah.
I've legitimately been shipped boxes that are supposed to have the router in it, and there was a note where the router is supposed to go, and it says, please go to your local store in order to receive your router. I was like, what's the point in paying shipping on this thing? I was very frustrated. And so I asked about that. I said, I didn't really ask. I said, whoever came up with the idea of Wi-Fi Skittles deserves a raise. And she said, that was the CEO's idea. I was like, give that man a raise. Give him a raise anyways. It's on principle here.
It made me very happy at the time.
So everybody, until further notice, if you get Spark Electric, a new install package, a new modem, you get Skittles.
I think that's a fantastic business model.
Now we would like to talk about some of the shortfalls that we've had and what does the recovery look like? Because with every system, no matter what it is, there are going to be failures just across the board. There is absolutely no system that will ever exist that is 100% reliable. It's always like 99.7 or something like that.
It's impossible to avoid it.
Things happen.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So let's talk about Spark Services recovery on what happens. And honestly, we only have really one example that's happened to us.
Honestly. We had our Wi-Fi go out at some ridiculous time in the middle of the night.
It was like 2 a.m.
We had a roommate who was awake at the time who noticed it. But by the time that we woke up and, got to Spark about it, our internet was already back up. And even then, they still did a SIM card refresh for us and made sure that our internet was back up fully.
Didn't cost us a dime.
No.
I mean, literally, I had to go do something, and so I was out of the house for like 4 hours, and I got back at 2 a.m, and I was absolutely tired. And my roommate comes up to me and he goes, the internet's out. Like, it's the end of the world. And I'm like, oh, it's 2 a.m. Go to sleep.
I was already out. I had been asleep for a while.
And he's like, how are we going to fix this? I was like, dude.
In the morning.
So ultimately, what ended up happening, I shot them an email that said, hey, this happened, and attached a picture that I don't even know if it was necessary. And by the time I woke up at 8 in the morning, so like 6 hours later in the middle of the night, they fixed it entirely. And I just woke up and I'm like, oh, it's working.
I think I got a message. I could probably check when it arrived. But it was something along the lines of, "Hey, this is a known issue. We'll reset it."
Boom. Just like that.
Yep.
Too easy. Done. And so, issues. How to fix Spark Services issues. As from talking with one of the agents, this wasn't Joanne Mocha, this was one of the actual tech support agents. From talking with him, there are two ways to fix things with the routers. Or there are two ways to fix things with the modems. Number one, you can pull the SIM card out and
After unplugging it.
yeah, turn the modem off, let it sit for 5 minutes, pull the SIM card out, and then wait another 5 minutes and plug it back in. And what this is supposed to do is this is going to actually drop the modem from the cell phone tower and remove it from the network. And then just re-add it on the network because it's supposed to configure automatically. And that is a very temporary solution. And they admit that it is a temporary solution. If you don't really have the time to, call tech support or something like that, then this is the temporary way of things should fix. The other way of doing things is you have to ask for a SIM
refresh.
SIM refresh.
And honestly, contacting them is super easy. They have a phone number, they've got an email, you can go to their website.
They have a little IM thing, instant messaging, if you're not familiar with that, on their website. It takes them not even a minute to respond. Literally every time I've gone to their website and shot somebody a message, hey, I'm so-and-so, I'm having this issue. And they're like, boom, gotcha.
Yeah.
They literally pull it up right then and there, and then boom, it's done. This is how long it's supposed to take. We'll send you this based on your contact information. Done.
They usually, the both times that we've done it, they have given us an estimate of 15 to 48 minutes. I think that's a pretty reasonable time.
Yeah.
And usually it takes much less than the 48 minutes.
Yeah.
For them to do it. And even when you contact them, they're going to have you restart your router. But they'll let you know. They're like, hey, it'll take 15 to 48 minutes. We'll let you know when we've done it, and then just restart your router. And then they let you know, and you restart, and you're good to go. Done.
The only other question that we have been asked, and I have also asked, is about strict NAT authentication. Basically, what this does is this is a way for game consoles to connect to the internet. And if you have strict NAT set, then it makes it more difficult to connect. There can be more issues. The more, how should we say, appropriate for gaming is UPnP, Universal Plug and Play, I think is what it stands for.
This is really noticeable on a Switch. Nintendo does not like strict NAT.
Correct.
All.
Correct. And as I understand, no console likes NAT. Even PlayStation and Xbox for online play, they don't particularly care much for it. You have to have a very, very strong connection, and even then, they're not about it. You will have increased latency and increase or decreased speeds.
But you will connect.
Eventually.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that you're going to hold that connection.
No.
So how do you go about changing this? You can't.
Yeah.
Because it is controlled by the cell phone towers themselves and not the modem. This is something outside of Spark's control. I have asked, and they told me no. They said even we can't do anything about it. And I said, well, that is unfortunate. And they said, indeed. And I said, okay. However, this does bring us into a bunch of things that you can do with your router. If you guys would like to see some of the stuff that you can do with your router, would you leave a comment down below and we can make another video on that. Mm-hmm. But I think that this one's just a little bit too long to...
I'm a little out of place.
A little bit out of place. You know, we can do general troubleshooting if you really will, or if you want.
How to blacklist your kid's iPad because they stayed up till 11.
How to set parental controls because your roommate is doing something and it's hogging all of the bandwidth.
I'd really like to know what he did.
How to kick people's devices off of the network permanently. That's a fun one. I've done that.
Now, this will not affect your services with Spark because this is not, anything illegal. This is you just doing things on your network.
We should preface. This does not affect your external network. Mm-hmm. Only internal. And internal is A-okay to modify.
But it's pretty fun.
It is pretty fun. It's exceptionally fun when you kick somebody off and you know what you did,
and then they come
up to you. And you're like, no way!
Your Wi-Fi is gone?
What could have happened?
Oh
no! Whoa! Who could have done this?
How can we fix that? Looks like you're stuck.
You should have washed the dishes. Must have been Santa Claus.
That tooth fairy is at it again. Didn't leave her enough teeth.
Okay, that's enough for this one. Well, Jessica's starting to lose it over here. We'll see you guys in the next one. Let us know if you want router tips.
You missed what I said before, didn't you?
Thank you, Spark Services, for the affiliate link. If anybody is interested in our Spark Services affiliate link, it will be down below, along with all of the links to our social media.
We've got recipes.
We do have recipes in our Discord. If you are a baker, cooker,
chef,
smoker, griller, I don't know.
There's stuff.
Maybe you're a gardener. I don't know you.
I don't think I have any gardening recipes.
Right, but they could contribute if they are gardeners and they have garden recipes.
This is true.
This is true. Maybe you're a butcher. Who knows? Yeah, we're always open. Mm-hmm. Discord's looking a little quiet. Need some activities.
But that's okay.
It's okay. Yeah, we're out of here.
Bye.
Bye.